And a big welcome back to Everyman Driver. I'm your host, Dave Erickson. Thanks so much for watching. This week, we're behind the wheel of the all-new 2015 Hyundai Genesis, a second-generation premium luxury sedan that is sure to impress. Coming up today, we'll talk about the competition for this vehicle in 2015. Melissa will join us to demo the backseat legroom and headroom, cargo volume, and tell us her nickname for this car. But first, let's get started by popping the hood. You have two engine options with a Genesis this year. My tester is a 3.8-liter V6 GDI, 8-speed automatic transmission, which is standard. This kicks out 311 horsepower, 293 pound-feet of torque. Mine has a rear-wheel drive, but new this year, all-wheel drive with a V6. If you're thirsty for more power, go for the 5-liter V8 engine. That'll give you 420 horses and 383 pound-feet of torque. This vehicle weighs between 42 and 4,500 pounds depending on which transmission you go with. My tester's estimated fuel economy rating is 18 city, 29 highway. I've been averaging in mixed driving this week and I've put about 200 miles on it in the upper 17s. Not that great, but then again, I have been driving it in the sport mode more often than not. The recommended fuel type is regular or premium.
Hi, it's me, Melissa again. I wanted to show you what the back seat of this Genesis looks like. It's all new for 2015 and there's heated seats for the passengers. This is Dave's seating position here. I have plenty of room to cross my legs. I have plenty of room for my head. I think you could fit 3 adults back here. The middle passenger might be a little uncomfortable just because it's a little stiff in the back. But I'm comfortable back here. You know, this feels like a grand vehicle. It's luxurious even for the passengers back here. There's pockets and little cubbies for storage. There's no cup holders in the door, but there is a pair of cup holders in this fold down that also passes through to the trunk if you need to store something that's extra long. This is a pretty comfortable car. You know, it feels luxurious. I like to have Dave drive me around like a chauffeur so that I can test out my segment back here and see what it feels like. So can I get some more tea, please, Dave? When I come back in a couple of minutes, I'll show you how much space is in the trunk.
All right, Melissa, thanks very much. I will work on getting you some tea after we're done with the video. As she mentioned here, this is an all-new redesigned interior, front and back. As Melissa mentioned, they have the heated back seats, which is great for them. But up here, some pretty nice layout changes as well, including a 12-way heated and cooled powered front seats, manual rear shades, which is available on the higher trim levels, more on that in a little bit, a panoramic sunroof, again, not on our trim level, but it's available, and new active safety technologies. I love this center stack, very intuitive, although I'm still surprised that they have an analog clock here in the center, but other than that, it's pretty easy to navigate. The instrument cluster is just as intuitive, 2 main circle dials there with the tach on the left and the miles per hour here on the right, and a center display for more information about your range, your current average miles per gallon, your temperature, mileage, and so much more. So that's all right in front of you and easy to understand. This leather-wrapped steering wheel is fantastic with all the audio dials on the steering wheel itself. This does come with paddle shifters. The Genesis also has 3 driving modes to choose from. You have normal, eco, and sport, and depending on which you choose, you'll get better or worse gas mileage. Earlier this week I did a 0 to 60 test 5 times to get an average, and I drove that exclusively in the sport mode, and that has impacted my overall fuel economy just a little bit. I find the overall cabin interior extremely comfortable. The seats are somewhat bolstered, which surprises me. Being a luxury sedan, there is a sportiness feel to it, and I have plenty of room on both sides of the aisle, and whenever I have a passenger in this seat, it feels like they have their own space. There's no cramping whatsoever. It's a nice wide vehicle. As Melissa showed you earlier, plenty of space in the back seat as well, but it would be a little bit tight for a third person, especially in the middle. Now here's something you won't notice during the daytime hours, but just below the power folding outside mirrors on both sides of the vehicle is a Genesis logo that illuminates on the pavement when you open up the door at night. I took a picture the other day to show you what it looks like. Pretty cool.
There are 3 ways to open the trunk of this Genesis. You can pop it right here. If the car's unlocked, you can open it from inside the cabin. You can use the key fob by holding the button. And there's also one creepy feature. You can actually have the emergency release button inside this trunk. And I watched One Too Many Datelines. I know this is a priority to have in there. So there's 15 cubic feet of volume. I'm going to show you what my luggage looks like in here. I have the same old tired luggage. Can't buy luggage every time. So that fits neatly. That fits. And let me try my carry-on. So a fair amount of space back here in this Genesis.
All right, Melissa, thanks very much. I am really impressed personally with the exterior design language of this vehicle for 2015. A very bold grille design. I love the emblem up front. The emblem is also here on the steering wheel. But a sloping roofline gives this vehicle not only a luxury appearance, but a sporty look. And to me, when you compare this vehicle to the other vehicles in the Hyundai lineup, this stands out almost out of place because in a way, it's too nice, it's too luxurious, and is almost a departure from what they've been designing over the years. And maybe this is a hint of what they have in the future, but I really like the look of this vehicle. If you were to ask me last year which vehicles compete with the Hyundai Genesis, I would name off Buick LaCrosse, Chrysler 300, Ford Taurus, even the Volkswagen Passat. But this year, Hyundai has raised the bar, especially in this luxury category. Now you're looking at the Audi A6, Cadillac CTS, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class, BMW 5 Series, hands down, no problem there, Kia 900, and the Acura RLX. This vehicle really is now in an upper tier when it comes to those vehicles, so watch out, German engineers. Okay, before we wrap this up, let's head back outside to Melissa with her nickname for the Genesis.
How thorough would I be if I didn't test out the quick release in the trunk? I decided to name this car Lady Guinevere because of her luxuriousness and her opulence. I think it's a really nice car, and I think you'll love it too.
All right, Melissa, thanks once again. That was very creative. The Genesis for 2015 comes in 3 trim levels. You have the base, which we have here, right around $39,000. The next step up is the Signature for $43,000, but you can add technology to that for $46,500. The Ultimate package is the Ultimate trim level, $50,000. And with that one, you get every possible bell and whistle you can think of. In the end, this vehicle is definitely worth a look and a test drive, both around town and maybe even a 0 to 60 run like I did. Give it a look and tell me what you think. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson with Everyman Driver. Thanks for watching.